Talk the things, me come fi talk the things, you hear? Talk the things, me come fi talk the things, you hear me? Talk the things, me come fi talk the things. Me no business, me no care if them screw face, whoa. Talk the things, me come fi talk the things, you hear me? Talk the things, me come fi talk the things, whoa. Talk the things, me come fi talk the things. Me no business, me no care if them no worried me. Talk the things, me come fi talk the things, you hear? Talk the things, me come fi talk the things, whoa. Talk the things, me come fi talk the things. Me no business, me no care if them screw face, whoa. Talk the things, me come fi talk the things, you hear? Talk the things, me come fi talk the things, whoa. Talk the things, me come fi talk the things. Me no business, me no care if them not like me. Talk the things, me come fi talk the thing, you hear? Talk the things, me come fi talk the thing, whoa. Talk the things, me come fi talk the things. You know business, me not care if them screw face, wow. Talk the things, me come fi talk the things, you hear? Talk the things, me come fi talk the things, whoa. Talk the things, me come fi talk the things. Me no business, me not care if them now already hear me fun too much, too much, whoa. Them not like me not like them not rate me. Me and them no friend, me don't see you care the whole of them are eating. Talk the things, me come fi talk the thing, you hear? Talk the things, me come fi talk the thing, whoa. Talk the things, me come fi talk the things. Me no business, me no care if them screw face, whoa. Talk the things, me come fi talk the thing, you hear?
Well, what a brand new day, boy. I like do road and see if I could link one of me brethren them, boy. Cause you done this the weekend. Like see if I could link my dog. We're going on broski, we're going on germs, everything good. You right there, see you know it's Friday and you don't know we ready for party, dog. Yeah, so you don't know we got hit a club tonight. Yeah, bro, you don't know we got party. But if we're going on germs, it's something I want to tell you long. Remember as a brethren, it's gotta be real to your brethren them. Them spot on your face, bro. You gotta do something about them thing, buddy. On a real life level, bro. You know we don't admire man and them thing, but you're my G. You understand? But I like you understand like trying for get a cream or get something for sort out this thing with G and me finding nothing. Germs here we're going on. You noise your dog. I got a solution. You ever hear about the skincare solution for all ages? What skincare solution for all ages you're talking about, man? Yeah, germs. I got a sister named Shelly Campbell. She got a skincare for all ages. It's the #1 direct selling skincare company in the world, bro. I'm using it. Bro, you don't tell me nothing all the time. By germs, I trying to let you know what's going on like you don't dep or nothing, dog. So, ever going on? Collect this number and call the woman, buddy. Where's the number, bro? The number is 917-602-8456. Or you could follow her on IG at MK_Shelly3. Yeah, telling you? 917-602-8456. Germs, why you gonna call this woman and get your package, bro? Yo, again, and do the now. No more land. Tell we cancel this party tonight. Come in there in them thing, but I want this thing go away. You understand? So again, I call Shelly. No.
Mind your business, make money.
Oh, not again, man. Not again. Chaja, I got to get this engine fixed. Oh, shucks. Hey, like call me, bro. Hey, what going on there? What going on, germs? Hey, days, dog. Right now, me head hot to me, bro. Me engine ain't starting. Where me engine ain't starting? Not the other day you fix your engine. But I mean, nobody's man ain't do a good work or what, right? I want to know what part I could get me engine fixed, bro. Alright, don't say 40. I got to help you out, because you know you're my brother. Excitement. Hey, what going on? It's all about E&F General Auto Repair Inc., bro. These man, them specialize in everything when it comes to your car, your engine, your wheel, you know what I mean? Your carburetor. Whatever it is, bro. These man is the man, them will fix your vehicle. Alright, well, like no part these people them there, man. These people are located at 5731 Cooper Avenue. Yeah, Glendale, Queens. You understand? You could contact them on 347-844-9333 or 347-357-8723 or 646-972-8828. It is enough number. Well, all three them number, you must get onto them, man. You never going to me wasting no more time about it. I gonna deal with this engine now. Alright, do your thing, germs. You don't know. It's all about E&F General Auto Repair Inc. Best auto mechanic them. Definitely, guys. You understand? Alright.
Me darker than midnight. Me darker than cool.
Planning to take a trip to Guyana? Planning to do a tour in Guyana? Well, this is the ideal company for you to call, and we're talking about Matthew's 24-hour bus service, city and nature tours, airport trip, church trip, family outing, local tour, river tour, Kaicho Fall tour, Intori, Amarinian Village, Suriname, and Brazil tour. Matthew's 24-hour bus service, city and nature tour. You guys could contact them on 592-639-2663, 592-673-2348. Let me give you back that number, 592-639-2663 or 592-673-2348. You guys could also follow him on Facebook at Matthew's 24-hour bus service, city and nature tour. Yes, guys, or you could contact Matthew direct with this number here, 639-2663. That's 639-2663. Matthew's 24-hour bus service, city and nature tour. Planning a tour? Well, definitely you guys need to check this out. Matthew's 24-hour bus service and nature tour. Get there. Do not wait for next year. Well, what a brand new day, but I like do road and see if I could link one of me brethren them back. I had done this the weekend. I see if I could link my dog. We're going on broski, we're going on germs, everything good. You right there, see you know it's Friday and you don't know we ready for party, dog. Yeah, so you don't know we got hit a club tonight. Yeah, bro, you don't know we got party, but if we're going on germs, it's something I want to tell you long. Remember, as a brethren, it's gotta be real to your brethren them. Them spot on your face, bro, you gotta do something about them thing, buddy, on a real life level, bro. You know we don't admire man and them thing, but you're my G, you understand? But I like cancer and I trying for get a cream or get something for sort out this thing with G and me finding nothing. Germs here we going on. You noise your dog. I got a solution. You ever hear about the skincare solution for all ages? What skincare solution for all ages you talking about, man? Yeah, germs. I got a sister named Shelly Campbell. She got a skincare for all ages. It's the #1 direct selling skincare company in the world, bro. I'm using it. Bro, you don't tell me nothing all the time. By germs, I trying to let you know what's going on like you don't dep or nothing, dog. You ever going on? Collect this number and call the woman, buddy. Where's the number, bro? The number is 917-602-8456. Or you could follow her on IG at MK_Shelly3. Yeah, telling you? 917-602-8456. Germs are why you gonna call this woman and get your package, bro. Yo, again and do the now. No more land. We cancel this party tonight. I mean, they in them thing, but I want this thing go away. You understand? So again, I call Shelly. No.
Mind your business, make money.
In the building, man, y'all know what it is. It is what it is. Good night, good night, good night, good night, good night, good night. I miss it. Good night. How you doing is right. Good night, each and everybody out there in YouTube, Facebook, Kick, and Twitch world. How you guys doing, man? Hope you guys doing great. Hope you guys doing fine. Welcome down to the next edition of Let's Start the Things Calling Talk Show, where we talk the things. Say don't know what's going on, man. Good night, everybody. Hope everybody doing great. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, tonight we continue. Boy, oh boy, we continue. Good night, each and everybody out there, man. Shout out to all my beautiful brothers and sisters, you know, it go already. All the supporters who supporting me right through. It is 41 minutes after 8 o'clock. Definitely today is the 20th of July. You know how it goes already, right? Tonight, as you see the thumbnail to the title, President breaks silent, Vpac rush the minister, Edghill, government to be blamed. So you don't know the thing already, right? Y'all don't know the shreps. Y'all don't know the ball game. Make sure y'all like up the live as you guys forward in. Like the live up. That's what we need. That's what we're talking about. Make sure you guys be a member of the channel. Remember that. Alright, because y'all don't know the ball game go over this already. Y'all don't know the shreps. What the shreps is. The shreps shrepping. You see? So, like I told you guys, man, like up the live. We in the building take you up to that 10:30 hour. Not going no late, because you don't know going on at the end of the day. You gotta wake up early for dep on it again, so I'm dep on too much of lateness. You see me? But it is what it is at the end of the day. Are we in the building? And we got things to do. You see it? All right, here we're going on now. Like I told you guys, we up and buck and earning. All right, so you don't know it goes already over here. So big up everybody that tuning in for the ones and threes. Like up the live, like up the live, like up the live. All right, let me see what's going on in the chat. We got Paulette in the chat. We got Lillian in the chat. Fiona in the chat. 12 soccer baby sing. Big up yourself. All right, look like the notification, you know, kind of came out slow. I think just though. I feel like just that. But nevertheless, man, you know what it is. Oh, my moderator there, boy. La 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 la. It's your room. You know what I mean? Right now we're up on the scheme. Yeah, man. Tonight. Nevertheless, man, we in the building. I don't know it goes already. Good night to everybody out there in YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Kick world. Back at it again, man. You know what it is. Like all the live guys, we in the building. Tonight is definitely going to be a movie. Tonight is definitely going to be crazy. Because, okay, mama, we see a lot of person come out and we talking about the opposition leaders. Not only the president breaks silent. So the first video we're gonna go because we see everybody president. I think what do we say so? 15-member team from the French Armed Force in French Guyana arrived in Edghill to assist with ongoing search, rescue, and recovery operation led by the Lieutenant Commander Alex. All right, so we got French armed forces of any country. We see whereby Trinidad. Today I think I see Trinidad send the lifeguard on a boat so to help to see what they could do. So at this point here, so I'm not gonna come out and I don't want people, you know what I mean, like lifestyle and so forth. Now it's not time for talk about the country, this and third world, this and all them fuck. Well, of course, excuse me. And all them stupidness. Tonight, you know what I mean, let me focus as big people upon the findings of the people and why this situation really occurred. Alright? So basically this is what we're dealing with tonight. We ain't going there upon the F-free. I can't take, I'm not telling a lie now. Can't take the Prime Minister with it. Some Prime Minister, but I swear to God, but can't do it. The man is just look like a rubber bullet, buddy. The man just look like a rubber stamp. You see? No joke. He's look like a puppet, like a real puppet. This is how the man is look. No disrespect to sad man, but we can't bother with him. Anyway, like up the live, guys, as we go through, we're going to give you some ads. You know the code, you know what's up. Big up to everybody in the building. Floyd, big up yourself in the building. Welcome down. Mark, good night to you. Welcome down. What? Shelly, good night. I said like you're going on vacation, girl. You understand? Right, so here we're going on now. Big up to all of the new subscribers. Like I told you guys already, follow the guideline. There's no indecent language in the chat. No indecent, no call name and none of that. You will be warned. If you go, you will be warned. After that, you're going to be put on time out. And then after time out, as you come back and you continue, we will block you. Right? Remember, big business, small business, business is business. Come aboard with us for your advertisement need. Contact those number 347-801-6231. That's 347-801-6231. Definitely talk with our consultants and let them run down the packages that we got for you. Yeah, man, we got some wonderful packages, and that's what we're talking about. We're doing advertisement right now, and we're doing advertisement all the time. So if you got your business, barber shop, wherever you got your event coming up and you want it to be advertised, you got, anything you guys got that need to be advertised, Let's Start the Things TV does advertising over here. So that's why we keep telling you all that you got to keep it clean, because it's like a radio station, but it's just a TV program. You know what I mean? On YouTube instead of Facebook. You get me? So this is how we want you to do. Follow the guidelines and follow the rules and regulation, and everything is going to be all right. Everything. And to the persons that subscribe to this channel over a year or a year and a half or whatever, we consider you guys as elders to the channel. And in order for the newcomers to follow rules and regulation, they got to see you guys that is on this channel ever since they went saying no indecent language. You know what I mean? So you guys got at least lead by example so other persons could follow. Because if you guys come and do that with the lawlessness, nobody not going to want to respect the order, and then does got for just stop the calling and done. It's right, and everybody just go in the comment. Straight. Kai will just pull out the phone, plug the phone out, and everybody just go in the comment. And done. You know what I mean? Straight. So once y'all do that, it's simple. This is all I want y'all to do. Whether it's calling, when you're calling, do not curse or use indecent language. And I want you guys to come off of the shit. You know what I mean? I mean like come off of the shit. Because come off of the word shit, where y'all, the same word, this word, S-H-I-T. I want y'all to try to see if y'all could break down upon even using the word. You know what I mean? Not always big people, so we could control we emotions. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Could control the emotions. You don't know like that. Done it. Good night to you, sweetie. And good night to all the ladies in the chat and on the show. You know it goes already, all right? See, we're not going to waste no time. We're going to jump straight into the president did a press conference. I don't think it's a press conference. I think this is a let me see, a press conference. Nah, this is not a press conference. He did a speech. Sorry. I'll tie up myself and think and talk shit. You know what I mean? President Dr. Mohamed Infanali addressed the nation on the MV. Hello, stop doing the man. You got my chair getting slack when you do that. You're rocking my arm. I'm slacking in my goddamn chair. You too strong. Yeah, you. And don't eat no more of this chocolate, because I don't want you to be up all night. Look. Chocolate. Yeah, chocolate. Yes, yes, guys, this is what he's got to deal with. Anyway, let me head straight over to the president. Let me hear what sad man had to say. Let's get this, guys.
Our nation has been plunged into a tragedy of immense proportions. The capsizing of the MV Barima has pierced the heart of our nation, leaving us united in grief, anxiety, and sorrow. Families wait in expectation and anguish for news of loved ones. Communities are mourning. Across Guyana, our hearts are heavy as we confront one of the most painful moments in our history. This morning, I visited survivors, as well as the families and relations of some of those still missing, including those in Port Kaituma and Mabaruma. I also visited those hospitalized at the Mabaruma Regional Hospital. It was a deeply emotional experience. I listened to their stories, shared in their pain and anxiety, and assured them that every practical measure would be taken to provide the support and assistance they need at this time. Our priority remains to protect every life that still can be saved, to support those who have endured unimaginable trauma and loss, to comfort grieving families, and to account for every person who remains unaccounted for. Every minute matters, every life matters, and every possible resource is being mobilized in pursuit of this mission. I pay the highest tribute to the extraordinary men and women who responded immediately to this disaster. From the moment news of the tragedy reached us, a massive rescue effort was launched with urgency and determination. I commend the bravery, selflessness, and courage of every individual involved in these operations, led by our Prime Minister, together with members of our Cabinet, the Joint Services, emergency responders, regional officials, volunteers, fishermen, community members, religious leaders, members of Parliament, the private sector, civil society, and international partners. Their actions have reflected the very best of Guyana. This has been a truly national effort in a time of profound national anguish. It is a powerful reminder that when adversity strikes, the people of Guyana stand shoulder to shoulder, united by our shared humanity. I wish to assure every citizen that we are sparing no effort in this ongoing rescue and recovery mission. Every available asset is being deployed. Every agency is working around the clock. We will continue this effort with determination and resolve until every possible avenue has been exhausted. I also assure the nation that there will be a full, thorough, and independent investigation into this tragedy. The families affected, and indeed the people of Guyana, deserve answers. They deserve to know precisely what transpired and whether any failures contributed to this heartbreaking event. We will pursue the truth with transparency, impartiality, and accountability. But now is not the time for speculation. It is not the time to cast aspersions or to politicize a tragedy that has brought such unspeakable pain to so many. There will be a time for facts, for accountability, and for measured judgment. Today, however, our collective responsibility is to save lives, to comfort the grieving, to support the traumatized, and to stand with every family whose world has been turned upside down. Throughout our history, Guyanese have demonstrated extraordinary resilience in the face of tragedy. Let us find strength in faith, hope, and in our unity, the qualities that define us as a nation. And let us muster all of our courage and determination to overcome this tragedy. I once again ask every Guyanese to keep the victims, the survivors, their families, and the brave rescuers in your thoughts and prayers. Reach out where you can. Offer comfort where it is needed. Let compassion and support, not division, guide our words and actions. We owe it to every passenger aboard the MV Barima, those who have been rescued, those who have been lost, and those who remain unaccounted for, to come together in unity, solidarity, and purpose as we undertake the mammoth task that still lies before us. In the coming hours and days, it is going to be a difficult period for us as a people and as a country. There are going to be long days ahead of us, difficult days from this tragedy. But we must come together in love, unity, faith, patience, and reverence to the families and communities most affected. In the coming hours, I will announce the form of mourning our nation will take. May God watch over Guyana and bring us through this horrific experience. God bless all of you, especially the families of all those who are aboard the MV Barima. I thank you.
All right. Well, lazy president, just now letting you guys know what's going on. I want to know from you guys how you guys feel about this statement here. So far, me big up to the president same way, I'm not going to kill you and never will, I respect you to the fullest, despite whatever he is, what he is. And definitely we applaud and definitely I applaud and welcome the rescue service that we're getting from other countries, definitely. Because you can't be friends with these people and you can't get no help when it's time for you to get help. So basically, I applaud that, still got to say condolence goes out to the family members. And I hope that, more persons get found. But so far, what I'm hearing is that a lot of persons maybe went down with the boat. Because it was 3 levels and the man did start to all 3 the rum. Maybe they got truck and all them things. So people must get pinned down and all them kind of thing, So obviously the vessel disappeared, gone down. People must have gone down, pinned with truck, pinned with container, pinned with box, because here woman start out box do something and me never want wish do for nobody, bro. I tell God, me want dead in the air, on water. It's like, I dead on land, if wherever God, like, because sit down and just pitch in though. It's crazy. That's crazy. Edman, dig up yourself. Good night, fire and the family. Who is Kish for that big man? Is who? Which one to say? Anthony, what you mean by that? This boy says, so apparently the Prime Minister don't want Mr. Edghill to answer Big Smith question about this. So they got big seeing guy now. We can get into the just now. Let me get straight over to AP and you with a man called Cyclone. Let's hear what he got to say about this whole situation here.
Barina tragedy. MV Barina tragedy. Ministers Edghill and Indar must resign. The PNCR APNU extends its deepest sympathy to the families who have lost loved ones and stand with every family still awaiting news of their loved ones. We commend the Coast Guard, medical teams, fisher folk, volunteers, and all responders for their tireless efforts during this difficult circumstance. The search for every missing person must remain the nation's immediate priority. As rescue and recovery efforts continue, the emerging facts point to serious and unacceptable failures. Minister Edghill's own admission already exposed systemic failure. The government cannot state with certainty how many...
But you see, we was talking about up to this morning that a lot of these one of them is be the ones them which put them, the government in pressure because Edghill come out and how Edghill behave. This is what I'm telling y'all. Edghill dig a hole, Edghill open a whole tin of worm with how he behave, how he start going on. And that is the result to what somebody just now see in the chat, which we can go to the video just now with it, the Prime Minister don't want Edghill for answer so big sweet question. Let me see what's gonna happen there in a view. But I telling y'all, they got problem. Ever since the first time I see this, them had the weight name inside the Humanayana. I see how Edghill face went alone. But I tell y'all, in this government, they got people who don't like people, They got ministers who don't like minister who don't like prime minister. Don't feel it all Gucci, You got banners, one banner space, and then thing I feel, you know. All right, I hear that point. Screw this. Let's get back into it.
Persons were actually aboard because many rescued passengers were not recorded on the original manifest. They also cannot provide an accurate account of the cargo or tonnage on board the vessel. Lives have been lost and families remain in anguish. This is not a minor administrative lapse. It is the collapse of basic maritime oversight and control. Minister Edghill rushed to blame a big wave and to dismiss overloading and mechanical concerns even before an independent investigation had established the cause.
I telling you.
The Ministry of Public Works, through the
This how them man is work. This how them man is work. I tell you, no investigation in make as yet for see the determination within the sinking of the vessel. But he come just to try, it was high tide. So wait, you're trying to tell me, this is what I said this morning. This is the first time this vessel has been traveling to Port Kaituma. This vessel has been traveling over how much years? So how is high tide? So it never reached up with high tide before. It's because it was overloaded. It's common sense. It had too much weight. Because if all the time it was meeting up with high tide and never sink, how suddenly now it reach up with high tide and sink? Common sense. It had to be extra weight was on the vessel. I get a call this morning from a brethren I know long. And this brethren works with the same vessel. You know what's his words? He said, Fire, I want you to expose these people them. And he talking about me. He started he want me to let it be known clearly because what Edghill trying to do to the captain is wrong with this weed thing and saying this man went smoking and all them things. The man says nothing like that. The man said, Fire, I tell you something. The man said, enough time here is happen. When the boat done reach it amount we're supposed to get, they got enough of these people them, got them big by friend in the government. So when the boat reach the requirements or the direct weight, and the people them say no, they go up on the phone and call them big buy friends. And the big buy them now say, hey, let the thing go on there. Maybe the people them can't do nothing. People them got to follow instructions. Because they want to lose their job. Man say, how much time that happen for you? Man say, does this time around? Things end up was. The man say, was to work the same day, but was my girlfriend birthday. He even call the supervisor and tell the supervisor, you are forward into work. Supervisor turn and say, no, bro. We don't put things in place. You know, spend the time with your girl for your birthday. Forward next day. Then you hear though. Now I said nothing is going on that you can't talk because why people threaten you for knock you off, get knock off, and people threaten you for this and all them kind of thing. Now I said Fire want you let them know where's the yard though. Yeah. This banner Edghill, he trying to put some paint some facade. Yeah, daddy in lyric. I said enough time them is go up on them phone. There's not nothing more going on now. And all of these government feel like it's get a piece of cut back on these things. Them is get a little cut back. I guarantee they do that. They do get that. Anyway, we finish off with Cyclone. Then we open the phone lines.
Port and Harbors Department operate and maintain this vessel. Only in March, the ministry invited bids for a $125 million docking and overhaul of the MV Barina. The MV Barina, being scheduled to be out of service, is a critical issue that the government must address factually. It also forces an obvious question. Did the government make the correct repair or buy decisions regarding the 80-plus-year-old MV Barina? Another obvious question we are asking is this. could the MV Barina have encountered a failure on its ultimate journey? Minister Deodat Indar's Ministry of Public Utilities and Aviation houses the MARAD, the Maritime Regulator. Just 1 month ago, Minister Indar warned that failed inspections can send vessels to sea and put lives at risk. He must now produce the MV Barina's inspection, seaworthiness, safety certification, crew fitness, and emergency readiness records. The PPPC government must not scapegoat junior workers while shielding the ministers who supervise the system. MARAD cannot credibly investigate its own regulatory conduct without independent oversight. The PNCR APNU therefore calls on Minister Indar and Minister Edghill to resign or be removed pending a truly independent inquiry led by qualified external maritime experts. Every manifest, cargo record, maintenance and dry dock file, inspection certificate, crew testing record, and emergency response log must be made public. Affected families must therefore receive full support, compensation, and access to independent legal counsel. Ministerial responsibility means the buck stops at the top. The victims and their families deserve truth, justice, and reform, not excuse, spins, or scapegoats. Thank you. MV Barina tragedy. Ministers Edghill.
Yep. You just don't heard cyclone. What cyclone said there? Yeah, I don't know the thing where the phone lines open long time. When are you ready? Yeah, go forward. Make we have a conversation. Make we know go on. It's right, man. Yeah, man. We need a full investigation. You know what I mean? Did they get this vessel back? This is what I want to know. Did they get this vessel back? Love, big up yourself, Melinda. Good night to you. Yeah, Melinda. Them banner getting a cut back, buddy. Everything is money when it comes to this government. I don't care what nobody say. I tell you, and this is what I love about them. It's a money government. But guess what's going on? The money is circulating for everybody. The money is circulating for them. This is the mess up thing. Nothing ain't wrong with y'all want money, but let everybody get money too. Let we get a little money too, man. All right, phone lines open. Okay, let me hear what that the people in mind. Monday night. Yeah, good night, my brother.
Yeah, good night, my brother. Good night to you, technician, White Pit, Lifestyle Far Right, Angie, Madonna, Shelly, Ian, Samuel, and all the loyal. Bro, here what happened? I figure out something with these man. You know they invent the guy in the government invent a camera that thing they know in the world, yeah?
Yeah?
Bro, that man, this camera, just produce footage for them to see, but not for the people outside. The camera bad. And the camera don't work when they don't want it to work. It only work when they want it to work. They just get footage from people, like the man said, people in this thing make video, but he can't bring none of these video out in public. Mohammed, the device note. That man got some technology we don't even know about right now. The PPP government. That is a bunch of BS. A bunch of BS.
Yeah, man.
I wait until you play the next conference to get into the. I ain't gonna get
Good,
into the. But
good.
we gotta look at it, bro. Sorry for them, bro.
Yeah,
Sorry
man.
for them.
Real talk. Let's get it, guys.
Sorry, bro. I did listening.
Like up the live, guys. Like the live up. Like up the live. Yeah, I don't know the thing already. 2 more calls. You don't know we got 458 persons in the building. 458 persons in the check-in. Please like up the live, guys. Yes, sir.
Hey, good morning. Good morning. Gideon, how you doing, man? It's been a while.
Yes, brother.
So now we're talking about a vessel that's been around since 1942, 43 maybe. That's what we're talking about right now. And they actually think that this vessel is actually seaworthy, right? I know when I called you one time, I spoke with you about people in Guyana, not people, but certain technicians in Guyana that just refuse to follow rules and regulations and just take things for granted. I told you one time that I was driving down the highway and a truck axle broke because of the overweight, and these things are never being considered. And here we go now, we have a ferry that supposedly was also overweight. Again, they're not following regulations, they're not doing proper preventive maintenance checks as they're supposed to. Every time that vessel leaves the shore, they're supposed to check that vessel. Everything needs to be checked before it leaves that port to go with anybody with passengers on board. Everyone has to have a life vest. They're supposed to walk around and check to make sure everyone is wearing a life vest, whether that child is 2 years old or whatever. You cannot leave that port unless everyone has a life vest, unless they have a floating device. And here we are, these people are just doing what they want to do just because of money and because they can just do.
Yeah, man, everything good. Everything plug in, everything all right. Like up the live, guys. Like the live up. Let's get straight into the next press conference. Let's see what's going on here. What went down with this. Have a good night. Good night.
Fire, good night.
Yes, good night, sweetie.
Let me tell you something. This boat was to come off since in March. They have sent Harbor had sent that invoice to the damn fish up Edghill. And he refused to spend money on that boat. So what is the nonsense? And he blaming the captain and other people are drunk. This bullshit.
I please asking you again, guys. Please ease with the bull SHIT. Try to see if I could call some other name. I hate that shit. Like, if I go in and say it, I hate it. Anyway, let me continue here.
That would have transpired from the last briefing activity. The GDFS shall the group from the government side. We have a press statement prepared for you that I will go through. But I want, before I read this press statement, to let you know that our focus from the time we received the distress signal to now, our focus is on rescuing the passengers and the crew from off. Okay? That remains our focus. Now I can say that. At first light today, 13 assets were deployed to augment the rescue operations that have continued throughout the night in search of the MV Barima passengers and crew. At approximately 0926 hours, debris was sighted at sea by a pilot vessel, and shortly thereafter, the GDFS Shahud identified a substantial debris field some 2.5 nautical miles off the coast of Devonshire Castle Flats. The body of a female was recovered off the coast at Maruka at approximately 10:35 hours. By 13:49 hours, the team, led by the Ghana Defense Force Coast Guard, and includes MARAD, had recovered an additional 8 bodies, bringing the total number of bodies recovered since the start of these operations to that time at 13:49 hours to 10. Through the aggressive and coordinated efforts of all responding agencies and stakeholders, the location of the MV Barima was positively confirmed. The location was initially reported by fisherman Harish Singh, who had also assisted in the rescue operations on the previous day, that is yesterday. Support from local fisher folk, and I mentioned this for emphasis, support from local fisher folk and the collaborative efforts by ExxonMobil, Guyana, Vichy, utilizing Sealand Surveys Gilligan Island, the survey vessel, proved invaluable in confirming the vessel's, that is the MV Barima, exact location. The MV Barima was found rested on the seabed close to the point of initial distress that was communicated by the air traffic control tower. That is 9 miles offshore Devonshire Castle Flats. The government of France, for the French Armed Forces, has provided additional critical support with the deployment of 15 divers who have since joined the local dive teams at the confirmed vessel site. Additional search and dive capabilities were offered and it's on its way to Guyana from the government of Trinidad and Tobago. At this stage of the operations, the number of rescued persons, including passengers and crew, the number is now 69. 69 rescued persons.
Somebody in the chat said, well, JJ big up. He said, Ras, I want to know if somebody hijacked your show with you cussing. No. Was that you or AI unseen? Just checking. You gotta be more specific, JJ. We mean if somebody hijacked your show with me cursing. Somebody record me. I got 2 channels. Fire Feeling Clips TV is the channel why it's cursed bad on. There's a channel where we express ourselves with as big people we could talk we mind. But over here, sir, we don't condone though. It's a whole different scene. Sharon, big up yourself. Sorry, my brother, but I am so upset and mad with the people saying, oh my God. Okay, with what these people am saying. This was, yes, they're making it look like if this vessel, they're not a problem.
A total of 27 bodies have been recovered as at now. The latest report suggests an additional 83 persons are still to be found. They are deemed missing and still to be found. Again, this is a search and rescue operation. It remains a search and rescue operation. Notwithstanding the fact that we're recovering bodies, we still have hope that people are out there who are alive, and therefore we continue our search and rescue activities. The Ministry of Health and the Guyana Police Force have established joint protocols for the processing.
Watch how we name Edghill a hole in his head. Watch Edghill hole. Bang. Yes,
Blessed night to you, my brother. Blessed night to you, my brother. Blessed night to you and your family. Blessed night to all kings and queens that are listening. But I don't know what's wrong with that video that, well, my sound system, understand me, I got it hooked up on the surround system. I had to turn up my surround system.
Yeah, it low, but this day thing, have nothing to do with me. Mm-hmm.
I sorry for whom got surround system, understand? Because if I had no surround system, it's real low. You got to turn up really, you got to turn your TV right up. Understand?
Turn it up.
Understand? But,
yeah.
But otherwise, blessed night of my man there, I'm Saiku, understand? I know Saiku personally, you understand? I grew up knowing he, understand? I said I know a lot, saying us anymore. But this is what I've been saying, right? He young, right? So he is not to be blamed, right? So let me use head here, brother. You feel if the opposition was doing the job, you really feel that we would have got 100-year-old ferry? Because this is what you need to start saying, my brother. Not saying that I'm not telling you you gotta say it or demand you, but I'm just telling you facts. The ferry is 100 years old. It's 87 years old. It's only 13 more years. So you could address it as 100-year-old. Understand me? And that's facts. The ferry, understand me? Understand me? It start activating in 1939. I done double check it. Understand? It's 100-year-old. So let me just really sit down and understand what we really talking about here. This is 100-year-old ferry, and this does the same thing you now say that the sister now say that it behaving like this thing was a ferry that's 10 years old. We really talking about here, brother. You understand what I'm saying? This is 100-year-old ferry. 100-year-old. Everybody with sense, just sit down and think about that. Just sit down and really think about that. 100-year-old ferry that traveling with so much, that's still working to the capacity that it built for. That's the ironic thing about it. You have 100-year-old ferry that's still working to the capacity, carrying 300 people and all these goods. Brother, something like they ain't even supposed to carry people, brother, much as goods, brother. And these is the things that the opposition, understand me, should be addressing ever since the APN used to be blamed for this too, you know, but Psycho's not to be blamed. Big up to Psycho, understand me? Big up to Dr. Todd. But used to warm with Granger, brother. Even Granger so shouldn't even got there in the water, brother. See me even tell me that when Granger went in power, Granger put brand new ferries in the water, and when the PPP gained power to take it out. This is what I'm trying to hear to understand. Because even when Granger was in power, that shouldn't be running. Because we're talking about 100-year-old ferry, you know. Say if Granger was in power, it means that this was 60 years old. let me make sense here, brother. This should not have been in the water in the first place. Bang!
Big up.
Transport and store and working with their families and their communities to bring closure, which will include transportation in keeping with the wishes of the family of the dead to their communities for interment in keeping with whatever rights they request, okay, in terms of religious services, etc. This is a serious operation. This operation calls for a lot of a delicate approach in handling these sensitive issues. We are aware that there are others out there who are trying to have political mileage from what has transpired. As far as I'm concerned, that's an immature act by whoever tried to politicize this incident. We, however, remain focused on our efforts to rescue people who were to be rescued, and unfortunately, those who would have passed, to recover their bodies and respectfully work with their families to bring closure. Right, and they're doing exactly what you request there. They have people who can speak Spanish, and they're working to identify. In addition to that, we did mention a hotline. The hotline was established, and it is working. The number that I had was 6 or 7 calls were made, and many of those calls were helpful in helping us to identify people.
You spoke of the health ministry and the police force were in the process of looking at transporting, storage, processing,
You just saying?
Yes.
How is that going to be done? Because my information suggests that there were 2 refrigerated containers heading that way. If you are going to do that, is there a possibility of every time a body is picked up, a photograph is taken and shared with the what you call it, the center, so that relatives who are going to the center would have an easier time if they can get to charity to see that, to see and look at that.
Oh shit.
Folio of those who have been picked up from this. And we are talking about
You
that.
can't throw anything on the ground and then put it in your.
Be able to prevent bodies that would probably float and not float away, because you just spoke about a body being close to.
This is what she really asking, man. Is all the questions she asking is one to she, man.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think you get a bad video here.
Yeah?
Yeah, bad. I should have saved the other video, bro.
Oh, this is the bad one.
Yes, no. Yeah, the one there, no good. Yeah, but the thing what does bile me up with these guys, right? Now he said there's a hotline set up, you know.
I tell you, blood fire.
But tell me what he didn't do. You tell me what he did. He
Read.
never gave the number out for the hotline. Yo, I tell you, if there's a hotline set up, you're supposed to give the number as you have a press conference so that people could have the number
I
to
think
contact you guys.
I think he did. I don't know. I think he
No,
did.
he
It was
didn't go back to
18th.
the video.
Well,
He never did.
The Ministry of Human Services
Check
and
it out.
Social
I
Security,
didn't listen.
and we have a similar center at Port Kaituma, right? And they're doing exactly what you requested.
here is.
They have people who can speak Spanish, and they're working to
Yeah.
identify. In addition to that, we did mention a hotline. The hotline was established and it is working. The number that I had was 6 or 7 calls were made, and many of those calls were helpful.
Oh, yeah, he ain't say he saw those 6 or 7 call was made. Up to now, he ain't said the hotline number because he can't find it. He can't find it. He looking for it on the table.
In helping to us to identify people.
You spoke that the health ministry and the Galley Defense ran for the post were in the process of looking at transporting, storage, processing the transportation and storage of the deceased.
Yes.
How is that going to be done? Because my information suggests that there were 2 refrigerated containers heading that way. If you are going to do that, is there a possibility of every time somebody
You
is
see,
a body?
they always have it, but they would never find it.
I tell you, Ross.
That's something very important. How you gonna misplace on a press conference? One of these people think people is jackass. When they come with the people, don't use the full word. Just use the symbol BS. We know what it means.
We know with me, yeah.
All right. Ideally, like up the life, people. Like up the life, share the life. Just one. You just gotta slide and press one time, not zillion time. One time. Ideally.
Sharon, big up yourself. No hard feelings taken, sweetheart. You don't know you're good. Remember, he's a man I just don't trip. You know, everything I say. Hold on, love. This that I do know something is machinery on the boat. Only, that's crazy.
We allow to go to those locations and see the photographs. So that what that means is that whenever family comes, we don't have to open a body bag or go into the fridge or wherever it is stored because they have the photographs there, okay, for easy identification. So far, that has worked. That has been working. We have already reported cases, which is posted on social media, of family members who went to the facility and were able to identify bodies. I want to commend all the family members and all the people out there for working with us during this difficult time, because all of us will want to bring closure, right, and assist the families in having closure as bodies are recovered.
Possibility for DNA for bodies that might be irrecoverable. The second question has to do with people handling the body. It is clear that
Alright, we gonna pass it right. They call me neighbor before. Me ears get deaf. God, though I turned up still me getting to hear. Wish she properly really just saying neither, you know what I mean? Hold on there. Come on, Lyric, stop. Lyric, stop, mama. Let me see what's going on there. Hold on.
Wherever people are located, you may very well have people alive there, right? Couple days after the incident. So the earliest we get there, right, there's always an opportunity, always a chance of saving a few lives. And that's why we insist that this remain a search and rescue operation. We have to move from you, Mr. Mosley. We answer a question from you, we answer a question for you. We have to give Mr. Mosley a chance now before we come back.
Good evening, Mr. Prime Minister. Good evening, members of the table. What's the possibility of the number of total persons who were 179 increasing? I know you said based on investigations and footage and all of that. Is there a possibility of that 179 being even higher? That's my first question. And with regards to the captain who was tested positive for cannabis from marijuana being in his system, what exactly was that test done? Because if my memory serves me right, Minister Edghill pointed out that after he was rescued, he went back out and was assisting with the rescue operation. So when exactly was that test done, bringing that positive result? Was it before or after he assisted with the rescue operation?
After you come back, say the captain and another crew member.
And finally, to the Minister of Human Services, very traumatic situation, lots of children. I've noticed some of the persons who were rescued have already been discharged and are back in their communities. What support is being offered?
All right, let me stop it there. Let me left it right there, cause I know really going on with though. If I do get the next video, I'm definitely gonna show it to you guys. Alright? Yeah, I don't know the shrubs go. Big up to everybody that tuning, like I said, like up the live. Yeah, I don't know it go like up the live, guys. Alright? I don't know. Alright, let's get into this.
Escorted by police.
Imagine the minister of work said to me,
and
there is no order to stop
him
him from going in. And I explained to him, I got some minister to call him.
Here you go.
I want Diana to know. You know, today was sad day. As we would have seen in the persons on that group. And so far as he's 60-something was reported. Now we came down here as members of parliament. From the time we got the information, we've activated our teams to work so that we can give support. We're here to give support to the families. We're not here to give support to these governmental ministers that feel that Yamana is their palace. Imagine we're here talking with families. When I got here, I was trying to contact one of my students from Region 1. And when I got here, I got out of my vehicle. The first person I met is that student who was standing here crying because his uncle was on that boat. We're here to sympathize with the family. We're here to pray with them. We're here to support them as they wait for information from this government that they got here. And these people, imagine, from the time we turned up here, the gate was open, you know. The gate was open. From the time they see the APNU members of parliament turn up here, they start with a new rule. They lock the gate. They often come to say only family members are allowed to enter there. Then it changed to only immediate family members are allowed to enter that compound. Guyanese people, if you want to wake up, today's another day for you to wake up. We're looking at tragedy under this PPPC government. And what they do, as always, they try to cover. They got the PR people and all these things that they're doing, trying to cover their ass. Sorry for my language this Sunday morning. But God don't sleep. And I want the families to know who are sitting in limbo. wondering. I held a baby, 6 weeks old, tears came to my eyes because the father is on that boat. The father is on that boat and the mother got no word as to what exactly is happening. She's sitting there, the environment is so hot, she had to step up with that baby. And as I held that child, I'm thinking of all the other children who are living in a fear at this moment, thinking what is happening to my mother, what is happening to my father. I'm thinking about a sibling who might be thinking what happened to my brother, what happened to my sister, and there are no answers. And in this situation where we should stand together as a people in support of these families and helping them to be comforted, you got a pack of jackasses for ministers who passing orders, but you can't enter because it's not immediate family, and you can't do this because of what happened. I want the nation to know we should not accept this foolishness. We should not. This is a national tragedy and not a political tragedy. It's a political tragedy where we can give you all the facts for what we have on that. And so this morning, I'm calling on all of Guyana, even as we tarry with this family, whether they want to in there or out there, we can tarry with the families. We can pray for them. We can pray for them through this time. Even as we tarry, let us tarry with them in prayers. Let us tarry with them in prayers. If you know somebody from Region 1, do like I'm calling up since morning. I call him to ensure that these persons are open. If you have relatives on that boat, that they know that our prayers and our thoughts are with them. And that is what we're here to do this morning. And even though we got some clumsy people in there passing instruction like the head in God, that wouldn't stop us from standing with the people of Guyana. I thank you. Waiting. I was in there for an hour. And the police was starting me out. That's the reason my presence in there. And I told them I'm here to pick up Diana and not talk escorted to by a police.
Imagine the minister of war said to me,
It is crazy. There's all these people. It's like, yeah, I could remember when they had the something at the parliament at time, and them tell the news media, only certain news media could get for coming. I don't know. At this time here, so whereby we're mourning, and you see the same SKUNT, the same BS. Why talk about this morning with the Indian man will come and say, now is not the time for your point fingers and all these things. Now is the time for unite and unity. This is the same thing I tell about these people them. When it comes to them, unite as one and show love. Why you can't the people them go in? They are assisting as government officials, parliamentarians, all these people them some AP and you are these female are giving the family members comfort with words. Y'all don't know what words could do to persons that hurt. And I'm talking about words of comfort. Why y'all ain't want the people them go inside of them? Is what happened? Why everything is got to be a fight? Everything is got to be some problem with this government, bro. It's human and yana days what Trevor said, yeah, the girl said. First them start up family members, then something, now it's only this type of people. Like they just trying for those, you know? Black every little thing that shouldn't be black right now. We shouldn't depend on. We should, every assistant we want, every hand on board, on deck, everything. No, go and carry to mommy. You let mommy put it on. Because you got on clothes already. I don't know where you're going with her. Go to mommy with it. It's craziness, bro. And the Indian brethren or this man is saying, but show love and unity and not point hand and not point finger and blame government. But the government, they doing their foolishness when it comes to the rest of the government officials. Imagine Mohammed looking for passengers. Mohammed looking for missing passengers. And these one of them, they're in front of Mohammed gate, but warrant for search resident and all them things. Yo, this government is bullied by. The PPPC government is bullied. They got a time and place, everything. All right, we don't know you're trying to do what you gotta do with Mohammed. But right now, it's all about the people them that last. That's what we should be dealing with. Instead, you're sending police by this man place for search, warrant and search the man premises. I'm telling you about it. If the only thing I feel that could mash up the 2030 election, is rigging. And if they gotta find some way whereby for this election go fear, if these people them go back in power, dog, I swear, me not even talk about, like, yo, me not even talking about PPP now. I swear, if they go back in power again, I have nothing more to say, bro. I done. If it's one thing I don't like repeating myself over and over and over. Remember this channel just started. It's not nothing like they ain't long. So I got some more time for talk. We got to get serious. I don't care what nobody say about it. These one of them cruel. Hello.
Good night, blessed good night.
Yes.
All your loyal listeners. This thing is so rough, like you don't even know what to talk and say right now with what's going on in this country. Yeah? But this is the one Guyana would have said they got. So when they say one Guyana is one set of people running it, eh? Nobody else but the PPP government. Is their way or no way? Because you can't tell me a disaster like that, and you mean for tell me no other member of parliament cannot go in that building once you're not a PPP member, counting out the family. Everybody's supposed to play a part.
That's it.
Right? But it's these people way or no way. They just want when things happen, they must cover up. The truth must never come out. And the fake search where they get Mohammed House, there wasn't no search. They should distract people from the boat. So focus on Mohammed back again. You watch the video.
Just no.
Then people will search now where them people just walking like if you go in a store for shop for something and walk out back. It's a distract, you know why? Remember now Mohammed out on the ground, he bringing out when nobody else him bringing out.
Good.
See the one who she up now, get you off the ground.
Yeah.
There ain't no search warrant to search or nothing. Them in Tumblr search or nothing. I was watching it live.
Okay.
It's a hush up Mohammed and distract people from the amount of lives they take for focus on Mohammed again. But God don't sleep. Every man got to be. And I telling you the truth. None of we can help one another with this going on here. God got to intercede. And down to the Christians, them, they're failing to cry out to God right now. This is how these people got everybody corrupt. They know which side to lean on. Because the one was supposed to be the thing in charge of Guyana, he's the biggest number 2 liar Edghill. So me know one more for say because he trying to say people who was in the boat were talking about happening lying. And he when he went on the boat, you must believe he. So we got King Liar 1 and 2, the president and Edghill. Blessed love all the time.
Viewers and subscribers, y'all could remember when I first showed this girl up on the show, y'all could see her head like Hazel.
Look lyric now. Kiss lyric for me. Lyric is a big girl now.
She's a big girl. She find a pacifier today. She old pacifier. Why? And then
Julius, she,
one little
you see
baby,
she
she
walking
gone
with
in.
you tonight?
Watch.
Watch your face. She bold, so she look like she granny. Blessings.
Yes, what's this stuff? Can I hear it? Pick up your binky and get your insides out with your binky. I love you so much, girl. Oh, she's giving me so much joy. And then she's just hot fatigue me. Anyway, yeah. You know what I mean? It's crazy at the end of the day, bro. You know what I mean? Everybody's supposed to, hands supposed to be up on deck. This is why he's saying no. Buddy, it's supposed to fight to everybody. Straight. Yeah.
Boss baby, by your twin.
I telling you, I'm a twin in there.
By yeah, boy. I send you two different video.
Aye.
Check it out.
Go
With the same thing time, they're loud.
Mad. Got it.
All right, okay.
All right, go. Let me jump straight into Amanza. Let me hear what Amanza have to say about this whole tragic incident, guys. Daddy doing something. Daddy can't.
Hi guys, good afternoon. Let me know if you can hear me. Could somebody comment? Let me know if you can hear me. All right. You know, as Sharon would say, share the live. Good afternoon, Roseanne. Keyborn, good afternoon, good afternoon. Now, my heart is heavy. My heart is so heavy this afternoon. I just felt so compelled to just come on here and maybe just sit with y'all as my Guyanese brothers and sisters and interact with you about what has been happening for the last 48 hours. Earlier in the day, well, not earlier in the day, maybe an hour or so ago, I did I had a virtual presser with a few members of the media. It's on the page, and you could go there if you want the professional initial comments that I have on the MV Barima. You all know that I am a maritime lawyer by training, international maritime law, and so I felt compelled to share my thoughts professionally as to what the government should do, etc. at this time. But I wanted to come on here this afternoon to talk with us about how y'all doing? How are we doing? Just a check-in. How are we doing? For me, I am hurt. My heart hurts. I feel it's difficult to say. It's difficult to describe, you know. As a mother, as I'm sure you all are mothers on this live, and fathers and brothers and sisters, and it's really difficult to put into words, right? You know, for me, I can't imagine how that mother whose baby slipped from her arms, how she felt. And just, I think, you know, I think as a nation we're traumatized. You know, we had Madia, and then we had Adriana, and then now this, you know, we had the Henry brothers and Harish, and oh my God, I think just as a nation we are traumatized and disoriented. You know, oh my God. Yesterday, for most of the day, I was at the command center, the Humaniana, and to sit there and to have to talk to families that have no word about where their son or their daughter is, you know, have to deal with employees of the Transport and Harbors Department, and having to watch them try to prop people up, even as they need propping up themselves, because there's 17 of their staff members there, right? And you don't you don't have words. You in that moment you just come face to face with your humanity and your limitation, and you know, it's in those moments that you realize that listen, we are in a crisis in this country, and I'm gonna tell y'all very plainly, because I know you're accustomed to seeing me in Parliament and giving government hell and grief and whatever, and a lot of people had a difficulty with when I said yesterday morning that we're not gonna do politics this morning, because to a mother that doesn't know if her child has gotten to where he left to go, to a father that raised down from Borbies and looking for work for his son, he doesn't care about the politics at that moment. Right? Now, because the PPP government, listen, we're going to talk about them just now. I don't even want to talk about them right now. I just want us as a nation to understand what our heart posture has to be at this time. Because ever so often, God, the divine, the universe, whatever you conceive him to be, offers us, in, you know, even in the midst of tragedy, an opportunity to change course. Offers us an opportunity to check ourselves. And Guyana, I'm saying to us, if we don't take this opportunity to check ourselves, then whatever direction this nation takes will be our fault. We have in excess of 100 now, that you understand the numbers that we were told is not the real number. Probably in excess of 100 Guyanese babies, children, men, women at the bottom of the ocean. right? We got them they're at the bottom of the Atlantic. Right? So that's where we are. That's where we are. We grieving, we hurting, we wounded. It's not something that we're gonna get over. It's not something we're gonna get over at all. Nifa, I see you said you're missing Nigel Carton, his brother. I was sitting with Nigel, his other brother, and his niece last night. You know, they were back and forth to the Umani and awaiting word from the authorities on the fate of their relatives. So it is a tough time, and I want to talk to us about our heart posture, because let me tell you, I am in no mood. I am in absolutely no mood to hear nonsense from the people who are responsible for the governance of this nation. But I don't want to go there yet, because we cannot let ourselves off the hook. Alicia Usman said Guyana is not safe for our children. If Guyana is not safe for our children, it is our fault. Because we are the ones that have to change it. And I am tired of telling us that ain't got nobody coming to save us. I'm tired of telling us that we can't outsource our struggle for a better Guyana. That if we are not willing to fight for ourselves and to fight for what is right, how are we asking other people to fight for us? And our children. Shanda, you talk about the lady with 7 children. 7 children. You understand what that is? It means that she wakes up today and her reality is just so completely different from it was 24 hours ago, 48 hours ago. One little girl lost her mother, her father, her sister, her brother. She is literally alone from a family structure and unit to being alone in this world.
I telling you. That's sad, eh?
And that's what we're dealing
Some people say it's a sacrifice. I don't know. I telling you, the crazy boy.
with. Y'all share the life because I want people to come in here, because I'm sitting and I'm supposed to be leaving my office and there's just this weight in my chest and I can't express enough just how pained I am. But we can't stop at pain. Onisia said we await Omarius Europe or in Europe and or in Europe. I saw you yesterday at the Umanayana. So we're here, we're hurting. And I'm spending time on this because, you know, rain no fall on one man doorstep. No fall on one man doorstep. And my heart just goes out to those, to just Guyana. To just Guyana. Like I said earlier at the beginning of the live, at the beginning of this live program, I said that earlier in the day, I gave a statement on how this matter should be approached professionally. We need a full maritime casualty investigation. right? We have to have a full casualty investigation. For those of you who may know or follow, I am a trained maritime attorney, and so I speak not as one who is speculating. This is what we got to do. So if you want the professional assessment of what has to be done, you could refer to that live earlier. But outside of the professional assessment, Guyana, our spirits and our hearts are wounded, and we got to address why we keep wounding ourselves over and over and over.
Big up yourself, a man, so you know it goes right. That's called see the pain and the hurting, you know what I mean? Don't do the mama. Don't do that. Keep it off of the laptop. Stop doing that. Right? Thank you. Yeah, it's right? It's rough. It's rough and it's tough. It's like me, but God don't sleep, man, you know what I mean? God don't sleep. And this we keep saying all the time, you know what I mean? It's just how things end up going because they could be resolved. They didn't even have to happen. You know what I mean? But it's just because and because. When you really listen to this, brother, yourself, as we go through 3 minutes past 10, remember we went up to that 10:30 hour. You know what I mean? Sugar, you know what I mean? Amanda and Mommy need to team up. I tell you. All right, let's get into it.
Facebook.
Well, let me give you a piece of content, because like I said, we got approximately 20-something minute more left back. Persons are still upset with what Edghill say. Listen to this, brethren.
Good evening. It is now 10:29 p.m. and I'm making this video. I don't want to go live because I want to be short. So I'll make this video, and also I want this video to remain on social media. When you do a live, it lasts for 30 days. So I want this to remain on social media because I want to go on record, and I'm calling on on members of parliament and every right-minded Guyanese, regardless of your political affiliation, to protect our country, to protect our people, to preserve our own lives. And we can start this evening. We can start from here right now. I don't know if anybody else called for it, but let me, if nobody else called for it after this incident off of the Region 2 area there, the MP Barima, I think it is, yes, where we know for sure that lives are lost. And in the coming days, I want to suspect this is going to move from a search and rescue mission to a recovery mission. Sad to say, to the folks, to the families who would have lost loved one in this. I want to be clear when I say unavoidable incident. Yes, I'm saying incidents. All right. People in the public sector need to start doing their jobs. And I'm talking from the minister's office to his permanent secretary, right down to the sailors on these boats. Okay? Everybody, be it at transport and our, be it at every ministry. And if Irfan Ali is serious about the lives of the people, if Irfan Ali is serious about serving the people of Guyana and ensuring that our Guyanese lives are preserved, he will join me and he will agree with me that Edghill must go home. This is a call for the minister who is responsible for this entity to go home. Not just his permanent secretary. Of course, his permanent secretary should walk alongside him in the exit. But Bishop Edghill must be fired. Not move from a ministry to another ministry. Not to be moved and given a job in the shadow. The Guyanese people need to ensure that a message is sent across these ministries.
Right.
If Efren Ali is serious about his government, if he is serious about what happens in his country, and he wants to preserve the lives of the Guyanese people, he needs to send a message today. Edghill, do not come out here and be outraged. Not when you find out that marijuana was smoked on these boats, but when the public find out that marijuana was smoked on these boats, that illegal substances were being consumed on these vessels by sailors. You, Edghill, are the one responsible for this. You're supposed to know this. People may want to say, but the man is the minister. How the man gonna know this? The minister don't ride on these boats. That's the problem. That is the problem. The minister don't ride on these vessels. So he do not know what the people, what the residents, what the citizens of Guyana go through, what they experience on these boat rides. Coming from an individual like myself, I can tell you, it is a horrible experience riding these boats. Edghill should know, if he had put systems in place, and not just putting a system in place, but ensuring that these systems work, this could have been avoided. Any other country, Edghill were going to be asked to resign. He was going to be sent packing. Now, they have the captain, they have the sailor, and they have whoever else in police custody. Like I said in my earlier live video this morning, the blame is going to fall on the smaller man, and the people who are truly responsible for this incident will walk free. They're the ones who are going to actually push wood in the fire to ensure that fingers are not pointed at them. Well, my boy Edghill, I'm here, and I want to start pointing the fingers. I want to point my finger at you, Edghill. I want to point my finger at your permanent secretary, at your office. This lie plainly at your feet, Bishop Edghill. But you run a press conference acting as though you're outraged and upset, bro. Your big mouth self. Don't bluff nobody, eh? Do you what I'm telling you?
No matter bluff people, we don't take bluff. Aye you. Come with your loud mouth. Empty barrels make the most noise. Loud mouth.
Do not bluff anybody.
Don't do it.
I am calling on the Guyanese people to demand Edghill's head. You know, there was a colonel in the army that always used to say, heads are gonna roll. We need Edghill's head to roll. Not literally, but figuratively. Edghill must go home. This is his baby. This is his area of responsibility, and he failed the Guyanese people. He failed the people that he was put there to protect. Okay? Somebody might want to say, but Edghill home in the bed, and it's expected that these people do their jobs. Guess what? If he had proper systems in place, there are people who should have been out there to ensure that the job is done and done right.
Real thing.
Regular audit of these areas, regular visits to these areas. And I'm talking unscheduled visit before these boats are launched. The captain, the crew, everybody would have been on their P's and Q's because they don't know when an inspector is going to come to ensure that this vessel is properly properly loaded, the manifest is up to date, the whole 9 yard. Edghill, Transport and Harbor, the ministry has work to do without Edghill in that office. Edghill must go. Facebook, good evening.
Edghill must go. Edghill, we need your head. Edghill head must roll. Marcy Jackman, dig up yourself. The captain was drinking. He looked like there was no drug on high. And he big wave high to boat bright side or something like that. Okay. Yes, I.
And you are absolutely right, brother. You are absolutely right. Because check it now, right? You hearing me, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see in Barbados, big man, every vessel, whether it's cruise, whether it's what, it cannot move until the Coast Guard give it okay, brother. You know what I want? It cannot move, brother. So the man absolutely right. If Guyana was running a proper system, brother, the first thing as Jason say, when you go to the stelling, alone, forget about these things alone. It's atrocious, brother. It's atrocious. You got put, it's putting planks to walk up, and in 2026, brother, you're supposed to got proper walking ramps so people and proper driving, really and truly, brother. So imagine if you don't have a proper stelling, right? How could you have a proper service of people checking and keeping people accountable? How? If you don't have a proper system, because the stelling, understand me, is garbage. The boat is garbage, 100 years old. So you mean to tell me you can build a proper system for control that? Let me make it make sense. So they ain't even got nobody, understand me, that making sure that this boat right before it moves. And it's the same thing you said this morning. In Guyana, everybody hustling. Say if the men them that running the boat, understand me, God give the body, understand me, so much money, and them could put down another 50 people, and the money could go in the pocket. That's what can happen in Guyana. You said so this morning, brother. His hustle is just like the minibus man.
Mm-hmm.
If the minibus man know that, well, it's only 17 supposedly in there, the man point 30 somebody in there. You know what I want?
Yep, of course.
And that's the same thing I say, right? Black people is a part of the problem, It's not like black people living a perfect and proper life and people just doing things to them, Black people literally doing things in order to bring things down upon them too. But you see, in this incident is more Indians. Because the Indians is what got wake up in order for Guyana to change. Because if the Indians keep living sweet in Guyana, Guyana would never change. So I give kudos to my man named Bang.
Yeah, my brother. Real talk. Yeah, it's crazy at the end of the day, bro. It's real heart-rending and crazy. Anyway, this is what Darwin Best had to tell Mr. Edghill. Let's get it.
Attitude, it is very and your attitude, it is very distasteful and
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, fire. That video was set near them. They get up to the thing with the drug test and thing. You see? That is the thing that you can't hear too low. Yeah, but I am questioning, right? every time these people come out and they say they do this, right? But they have no evidence, nothing. They get they get a drug test to these people, then they release the result if it's negative or positive. All these are things that they just BSing all the time. BSing. But you see, Edghill is gonna get all the blame because they put you in a position that to just sit there and observe, not to do anything. That's why I'm a little bit sympathized with you. And I see why he getting vexed because he can't do nothing. He just full in a space which you need to be full. Like the man say, hey, I want the church look back to this Sunday. But stand up in the street and bring in everybody who want to come in. I ain't came they're listening to the gospel. I just want the church. Bro. That is what I just do. You fill a seat. Or you go to Broadway, they get people stand up there. When you get out your seat, they're going to sit down in your seat. When you come back, they get up. You see? That's Edghill's job. Edghill have nothing to do with financing these projects. That's the president and the minister of finance. You see? But he know what is the outcome of it. He take it on, so you got to live with it. But people got to understand and just look beyond Edghill, not just as stop at Edghill. This thing is bigger than Edghill. You understand? Because if they get a new theory, they use a theory, right? People, come on, open your eye. They use the same theory on the 60th to transfer people to the islands.
Good.
2 years ago, they talk about the theory on their way to Guyana. The theory, they come and they're using them. They're using them for their own purpose. So it's beyond Edghill's control, people. Yes, he is to blame, but to a certain extent, can't fully be blamed. You gotta understand, the minister them around the head of the snake are the puppet. And these guys gonna remain so because they like how they are treated and they like the job they was put to do, to take all the blame when the blame ready to fall. But this thing is bigger than Edghill, though. Like I said, by next week, there's gonna be yesterday news to the PPP government, just like Adrian now. But Adrian is still in we head, we tongue, and we thoughts, and we always bring it up. I be listening.
I telling you.
Respectful to the citizens of this country and the people that are looking in around the world. Good morning, my Guyanese brothers and sisters. Yesterday morning, we woke up to a tragedy, a disaster. One would have seen the loss of many lives of innocent people that was open just to get from point A to point B. Brothers and sisters, I am also standing in solidarity and to work in unity with our government. This is no time for politics. This is time for us to focus all of our energy on accountability. And wherever the chips fall, they fall. We will follow this investigation. What I'm mostly disappointed with, which is why I've chosen to do this video so early, statements that was made to date by our sitting minister that is responsible for this ministry. What Minister Edghill would have done to date is try in so many ways to protect the ministry that he is responsible for. The tone of the minister's voice, we're not speaking here about a bad road. We're not speaking here about a bad pump station, Minister Edghill. We are speaking about lives, about families that are in distress, about a vessel that would have overturned, that would have, to date, with your own numbers, maybe seen the life of over 150 Guyanese. And your attitude, it is very distasteful and disrespectful to the citizens of this country and the people that are looking in around the world. There is no emotion, none, zero. You are standing there speaking to the Guyanese people almost like you're speaking to little children who do not want to listen. But we'll get back to Minister Edghill's attitude. Accountability, people, is where we're going to follow. We are calling for an impartial investigation, one that should also see the immediate removal of the minister responsible for this ministry because of his own action. It is your own action why we're calling for this removal. What we would have seen to date is a manifest that doesn't match the amount of people that was on board. That was an admission of the government. If that, again, is an admission of the government, who is to say the cargo manifest is going to match now the weight of cargo that that same minister is claiming that the vessel was not overloaded? We demand for the minister to immediately publish the cargo manifest. And I'm going to tell you Guyanese people, there wouldn't be a cargo manifest because the minister is claiming that the vessel was not overloaded, but I call on the government to demonstrate to the Guyanese people what checks and balance was done when these ships are loaded to Region 1 and what checks and balance are done in Region 1. I don't know why we're just making it seem like these ships only go. They go with cargo and they return with cargo. What checks and balance has been done or are being done? Display, show the Guyanese people. How do you monitor what weight goes on to that vessel in Region 4 and what goes on in Region 1? You don't know. So the risk of these people and the lives of these people are still at risk because their vessels leaving Region 1, I believe, one recently left, and they're still traversing our coastline. But bigger than that, I challenged this minister this morning to demonstrate to the Guyanese people the immediate list of the crew and to show the Guyanese people that they were competent enough. They had all their certificates in order. Now, this is why I'm going down this path. The minister came out yesterday and is prepared to pass the blame on to the captain. He's right. But we don't stop at the captain. This vessel was owned and controlled by the government. This is not a taxi that a private person is using.
This is the part I like. I like this part bad. And I think his lifestyle said this morning, indeed, is not a private cab, indeed. It's who owned this boat. The government, indeed. Indeed. Christopher, what do you mean by please fire 2 minutes? What are you talking about, man? You want to call in, because the show's soon done. You understand? Just now you're out here, so I'm tired of God going to catch me there. You see? Yeah, man. Straight.
This vessel was owned and controlled by the sitting government. So who is responsible for its safety, for the safety of the passengers, for the maintenance, all of the safety, everything that has to do with this vessel belongs to the sitting government. This is not a private vessel. Now, if you're telling us that you didn't know that our captain was a little high on some pot, I'm going to ask you, do you know if the captain and the crew member had the requisite certificates, the required certificates? If you're telling us that you don't know the captain was high on pot, I'm going to ask of you humbly, are you aware, or do your office have the information on whether these crew members had all the required statutory certificates? And I ask that you published each and every one of them. Because some of these conventions, Guyana government has not ratified, which means it requires these crew members to go to other countries to obtain these certificates. I ask of you to publish that. Because if you're going to come out here and say the captain is responsible and the captain only, I'm going to ask the ministry now, because you have a responsibility. If you're going to put 150 lives, not just on this ship, the other ones that are traversing, publish all the certificates, not just for this vessel, but all the vessels that are moving around this country and are carrying our citizens and are risking our citizens' life if their crew member does not have at minimum the required certificates. We're not going to play the blame game here. So I support the call for a criminal investigation into this matter. I support the call for a full and impartial criminal investigation. But I'm also asking for the minister to do the honorable thing and step aside for that impartial, because this is your ministry. And your attitude to date is why I'm making this call. This is not about politics. This is about being fair. 100 and something lives are at risk, and there's still many more that are at risk because we don't know about the other vessels that are moving around this country. If those vessels are being overweighted, if those vessel crew members have the necessary certificates that they need, if those vessel needs to go to dry dock, if those vessel, we haven't seen anything yet. We're also asking for you to show the Guyanese people the last certificate of inspection that was done on this vessel and who did it and what is the qualification of that person that would have conducted that investigation. Listen, this is not about politics. This is about making sure that there's accountability. I ask of you Guyanese people to continue to follow me. So they have a lot of tough questions. This is just part one. Part two is coming. I thank you. Have a blessed day. And let us continue to pray with the families of this country and with the families of those loved ones that was on that ship that we would have seen overturned in our. And I call on you Guyanese to continue. I call on the Guyanese people, the churchgoers, the believers, to continue to lift these families up in prayer. This is probably one of the worst we have seen in this country. And we're not going to allow any minister to come out and raise his voice at the Guyanese people, because this is not the time for that, minister. This is not the time for that. And
Well, Mr. Darwin Best, you said it perfect. Yeah, man, you said it perfect. You see me? Now is not the time for them. Yeah. Anyway, this is probably going to pull the curtains down, guys. You don't know it already. We got to be back here so early in the morning. You understand? Big up to everybody that definitely tune in and check in. Hope you guys have a blessed rest of the evening. Yeah, I don't know your brother going on bed because I day upon it already tomorrow again. So thanks to everybody who tuned in tonight. Love you guys, all who drop the donation, whatever it is. You know the code, you know what's up. Have a blessed remaining of the night. See you guys tomorrow, bright and early. Okay, guys? Love and love alone. See you. Well, what a brand new day, but I like do road and see if I could link one of me brethren them back. Because you done this the weekend. I see if I could link my dog. We're going on broski, we're going on germs, everything good. You right there, so you know it's Friday and you don't know we ready for party, dog. Yeah, so you don't know we got hit a club tonight. Yeah, bro, you don't know we got party. But if we're going on germs, it's something I want to tell you long. Remember, as a brethren, it's got to be real to your brethren them. Them spot on your face, bro, you got to do something about them thing, buddy, on a real life level, bro. You know, we don't admire man and them thing, but you're my G, you understand? But I like you understand, I trying for get a cream or get something for sort out this thing, my G, and me finding nothing. Germs, here we going on. You noise your dog. I got a solution. You ever hear about the skincare solution for all ages? What skincare solution for all ages you're talking about, man? Yeah, germs. I got a sister named Shelly Campbell. She got a skincare for all ages. It's the #1 direct selling skincare company in the world, bro. I'm using it. Bro, you don't tell me nothing all the time. By germs, I trying to let you know what's going on, like you don't dep or nothing, dog. So here we going on. Collect this number and call the woman, buddy. Where's the number, bro? The number is 917-602-8456. Or you could follow her on IG at MK_Shelly3. Yeah, telling you? 917-602-8456. Germs, why you gonna call this woman and get your package, bro? Yo, again, and do the now. No more land. We cancel this party tonight. Come in there in them thing, but I want this thing go away. You understand? So again, I call Shelly. No. Mind your business, make money. Oh, not again, man, not again. Chaja, I got to get this engine fixed. Oh, shucks. Hey, like call me, bro. Hey, what going on there? What going on, Germs? Hey, days, dog. Right now, me head hot to me, bro. Me engine ain't starting. Where me engine ain't starting? Not the other day you fix your engine. But I mean, no, these man ain't do a good work or what, right? I want to know what part I could get me engine fixed, bro. Alright, don't say 40. I got to help you out, because you know yes, my brother. Excitement. Hey, what going on? It's all about E and F General Auto Repair Inc., bro. These man, them specialize in everything when it comes to your car, your engine, your wheel, you know what I mean? Your carburetor, whatever it is, bro. These man is the man, them go fix your vehicle. Alright, well, like no part these people them there, man. These people are located at 5731 Cooper Avenue. Yeah, Glendale, Queens. You understand? You could contact them on 347-844-9333 or 347-357-8723 or 646-972-8828. It is enough number. Well, all three them number, you must get onto them, man. You never going to me wasting no more time about it. I going to deal with this engine now. Alright, do your thing, Germs. You don't know. It's all about A and F General Auto Repair Inc. Best auto mechanic them. Definitely, guys. You understand? Alright.
Me darker than midnight, me darker than cool.